So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olson here in the booth. And off we go from Soldier Field. And he's got it at the 1. He'll come across the 20 and take him down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're going to be led out by their veteran signal caller out of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, kill. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Complete to the former Buckeyes, Jackson Smith-Njigba. 13 yards on the catch there. First down, Chicago.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Keem Davis Gaither there to make the stop.
Brings up second and 9.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and 9. Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll push forward for about a yard. Tommy Eichenberg, the former Buckeye, in there on the tackle.
A gain of 2. Brings up third and
Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. Working out of the gun. Here's Brissett. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Daquan Jones. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up fourth down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Sly's kick is good. And the Bears are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Khalil Herbert on the return. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They're led by former #1 overall pick and Super Bowl champion with the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
Nothing real fancy when you look back on last week's game, Mike. I mean, he had the 2 touchdown passes, of course, the 1 interception he'd love to have back. But for the most part, I thought he was really efficient. I thought he did a nice job operating the system. And there's actually some more plays that he left out there. So I think he can build off a lot of that, try to improve in this one today.
First down run, netted 3, so we've got a 2nd and 7 here. They'll go right back to Mixon. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
From the 41, it's 2nd and 1. Here's Mixon. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down. They'll try and play with some pace early on. On first down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Now toss play, running left, it's Mixon. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Here's a toss, right side to Mixon. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. They're going to be 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Ready? Stafford to throw it. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Backfield empty. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
That one never got started. The defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? That is caught. He got Godwin. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
It's a gain of 10.
They run over center with Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
First down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We'll come back to Soldier Field. Following this, second down, they need 7. Ready, Scott! Now it's Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Set, Scott! From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And that one runs out of steam off the crossbar. No good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
Not exactly sure what the issue was there, Mike. I mean, from this distance, you don't expect the ball to be short. I mean, at least get it there. But in this case, he hits the crossbar, and the ball bounces back.
We'll try and set up the tight end screen.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. You're 19. Set. By 20. Good. Go. Operating from the gun is Brissett. In the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Now it's Brissett. This is taken in by Dobbs.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. They knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. You're 19. We're good. You're 19. Good. Brissett gonna throw again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he's going to have a first down here as they are into field goal range at the 27.
That's good for a Bears first down.
Throwing again, Brissett. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
19, okay, 12, go.
Keeping it in the air. Here's Brissett. To the goal line and in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Chicago. That is first touchdown of the new year. Slide extra point, up and good. And the Bears are out to a 10-0 lead. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Stafford working from the pistol. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up being complete. He was trying to get it. His tight end, Dalton Schultz. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And we'll see where they spot this. Very close to a 1st down. He's forced out just shy of the mark.
A 61-yard attempt.
That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. A sad day for some, the official final day of summer. Fall begins in the USA tomorrow, so time for one more summer fling, if you will. Our trip through the NFL starts now. We begin at MetLife Stadium. The Giants at home to take on the reigning AFC champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. And it's Patrick Mahomes. He's going to find his man here. This, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. Next up, it's Santa Clara, California. Let's look in on the Niners as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals. And it's Tony Pollard. All he needs is a crease, and he finds it. That's a 7-yard rushing touchdown. The Cardinals are into the win column. They get the victory here in Week 3. Lastly, we head out to SoFi Stadium. It's the Chargers hosting the Denver Broncos. And it's a man, when he gets going, is one of the best in the game, Jonathan Taylor. He's got the rock, he's got some room, he's got speed. 39 yards for the touchdown. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has been able to distinguish themselves. It's been the defenses that have stood tall so far. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cowboys offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. Hey, Greg, no one better than you to talk about the rookie crop of tight ends, especially at the top. A couple guys who have Midwest ties, played in the Big Ten, now find themselves in the Midwest, especially Colston Loveland, who's a Chicago Bear tight end.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Mike, when I watch Loveland play, when you look back and watch his tape from Michigan, there's two guys that play tight in the NFL. There's the guy that you have to script open. He's going to catch flat routes and naked routes, and he's going to catch the easy ones, and he'll run after and get what he can. And then there's the guys, Mike, that get themselves open. They can win third down one-on-one. They can win versus press. They can win routes downfield versus defensive backs, not just linebackers. When I watch Colston Loveland, that's the guy I see.
And another one out of the Big Ten, Tyler Warren from Penn State. He goes to Indianapolis.
Yeah, and he's a little more of a throwback, right? He can play a little quarterback, he can play H-back, he can put his hand on the ground. He's still good enough and athletic enough to play in space. When you look at what Penn State did with him, there wasn't a position on the field, including center, that he didn't play. So he's a really big, physical, run-after-catch. I think he's a good fit because, remember, in Indy, that Shane Steichen offense, they're going to want to run the ball. They're going to want to get downhill with the run game, offensive line. So I think it's a good fit because he's very talented in the passing game, but he's going to keep teams honest with his ability to still contribute on all three downs.
And this ball incomplete on third down. Travis Hunter was the intended target. And that'll set up fourth down. They're going to go. It's Stafford. That's incomplete. Daring ball on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. The Bears offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. We'll have a short field looking to build on the lead.
Set, go.
On first and 10, here comes Jacobs. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
From the 43, here's second down and 9. To throw is Brissett. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Bears first down.
Here's Jacobs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. First and 10.
That's another Bears first down.
19, set.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup.
Here's second and 2.
Second and 2.
Hey, kill.
They'll run with Jacobs. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Brings up second and goal.
Second and goal.
19, again. Right 20, right. Go.
Now, Brissett. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Kayvon Thibodeau getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, Their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force fourth down.
19. Here you go.
They'll send a tight end in motion right.
Go.
And they'll try him down with Jacobs. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. They turn it over on down. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
They will work the middle with Mixon. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, first and 10. Off play action. It's Stafford. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. You got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. It is second and 6. They'll run the draw with Jacobs. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And on third down, that ball's incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll do so with first and 10. On the play fake, here's Stafford. He's got the number 2 overall pick, the rookie Travis Hunter. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
It's a gain of 27
A gain there of 27 yards.
First down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll run with Mixon. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Need to score, they're going to need to speed up as they get to the line here. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. They have found something on the ground. 16 more yards on that carry.
A gain of 16 yards.
And Mike, you know the best time to pick up first downs is? On first downs. Don't wait for third down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball, get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. To throw is Stafford. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And he'll take this one in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Dallas. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
All right, so the Cowboys set to go for 2.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he gets into the end zone. The aggressive call works. They take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bears offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. run. Here's Brissett. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside.
Don't worry.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Throw. We're set. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
19, set.
We're set, gonna throw. Throw, left side, Johnson. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Cowboys' 44-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Jacobs gets to the edge at the 30. And he's gonna get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll go with Jacobs. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Mike Evans. Touchdown Bears. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Hey,
They'll let Jacobs try to run this in. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Khalil Herbert to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Cowboys offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Quick slant, moves down Hunter. And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's good for 27 and a first down. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
First down.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 13 yards on that pass play. That's good for a Dallas first down.
10 at the 33-yard line.
Hey, look at him.
Mixon. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
That's another Cowboys.
They go with Mixon. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time, but what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
So now, an extra point really doesn't help that much. We'll try to go for 2 and make the difference 3.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the 4th quarter.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Good coverage by the kicking team. Out of bounds, shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Hey,
Here's first down. Play action, and here's Brissett. He's going to tuck it and go. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Brings up second and a yard at the 28-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Good for a Bears first down.
Brissett. This one up top for Dobbs. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.